Blam!
Death cakes.
Welcome to another episode of Movie Morons. I'm your host Jackson, and this is my awesome co-host Holden.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, and today, we have a juicy one for you today, guys. It is a movie that you've all wanted to see done right.
Yep.
That movie is Dracula 3000.
Dracula 3000.
Yep. Obviously, we've had Dracula 2000
Yeah, there was Dracula 2000
with Gerard Butler.
with Gerard Butler. Very well received, I'm told.
No,
Okay. Then there was Dracula 3000 with Coolio,
with Coolio. Yep.
which was a great idea,
Well, it's
just
a great
not
name.
executed.
Great name. I mean, that's pretty much what you're mining here, right? Is technically just taking that cool name and putting it into something better, right?
And kind of.
Okay.
The concept is Dracula in the year 3000. Now, in this movie, it's going to start out in the Dracula times. Whatever
like,
that is.
1800s, maybe 1900s.
Whatever that is. Where they had the hats with the buckles on them. and stuff.
Okay, yeah, so more like 1600s or whatever.
Yeah, the
Pilgrims.
Dracula times.
Okay.
So, we've got Van Helsing chasing Dracula through, like, the old-timey city streets.
Yeah.
And you got a cool action scene that starts off the movie anyways. One of a cool action scene that you'd see in a regular Dracula movie.
Yep, all those great action scenes.
All those great Dracula action scenes. Our Van Helsing will be played by none other than classic actor Jason Statham.
Okay, so you're going for more of a hardcore Van Helsing.
Oh, yeah.
Badass.
I feel like Van Helsing has to be badass. How is he going to take on Dracula if he's not badass? If he's just an old man or whatever?
Yep, okay.
So he's chasing Dracula through the city streets. He chases him to his castle with Dracula. He loses him for a minute because he turns into a bat. He flies into the castle, and then he meets up with some of his, followers, slave guys or whatever.
Yeah, what are they called? The ones that he's always...
Familiars.
Yeah, his familiars.
And they have set up for him a steampunk cryogenic chamber. So they take him, they put him in this cryogenic chamber, and they're like, things are too hot for you right now. Well,
You can lay low.
we'll put you under for maybe 1,500 years or so, and then let you come back out, and we'll see what happens then. So they put him under, and then Van Helsing comes in. Jason Statham, he comes in, kicks open the door, he kills a couple of the familiars, and it's just like, where's Dracula? And he sees him in the cryogenic tank, in one of the cryogenic tanks, and he's like, oh, that son of a bitch, he's in the future. So then he goes and he puts himself in another cryogenic tank, freezes himself, and follows that son of a bitch all the way to the year 3000.
Okay. So, why didn't he just stab him when he was in the cryogenic chamber?
He didn't think about it. He wanted to kill him. He wanted to kill him face to face.
Okay.
So they're both frozen, and they're both on their way slowly to the year 3000.
Okay.
So that's where the movie gets started.
Then
here.
titled Dracula.
Yeah, title Dracula 3000. You see the world go and change all the way to the year 3000. We got flying cars. It's very Blade Runner-y, Demolition Man type movie. So, in the year 3000, Dracula awakes from his cryogenic sleep, and then kind of just jumps out and starts terrorizing people. I mean, he's Dracula.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
yep.
Dracula, of course, he wants to have a lot of followers, a lot of other Draculas out there.
Yeah. He starts making vampires, making familiars, making friends, networking, everything like that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier for him nowadays because it's in the days, the year 3000, nobody's seen a vampire in years.
Yeah.
They're one of those societies like Demolition Man where they don't even have guns and stuff like that. They're, total peaceful society. So Van Helsing awakes as well and goes and chases after him. And Van Helsing, you know, like we said, he's Jason Statham, so he's a real kind of badass guy. You know, instead of like, you know, traditional weapons, he's got like a crossbow that shoots flaming arrows and like throwing axes and stuff like that. Silver throwing axes, because that hurts vampires, right?
No, that's werewolves. That's werewolves.
He's got garlic throwing axes.
Yeah,
and
he dips them in garlic or whatever.
Yeah, he dips them in garlic butter or whatever. So he goes out and he has to team up with the future police to try and catch Dracula. And so we have some funny, you know, Demolition Man style humor there, where he's dealing with like some Rob Schneider-y type guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, here, use this, this stun gun that we have here. You know, if you shoot it at Dracula, it'll paralyze him for 2 hours. And Jason Statham's like, if it doesn't kill him, it's worthless. And then punches him in the face or something. And goes and uses the bathroom, and he's like, what's all this toilet paper in here? Where's all the pine cones? Because that's what they would have used back in the
Yeah, they didn't have toilet paper.
And our Dracula, by the way, would be played by like, you get like a... Javier Bardem. You know, yeah, kind of a creepy foreign guy.
A creepy foreign guy.
Yeah. Doesn't matter that he's a good actor, just creepy foreign.
Okay.
So, yeah, and then, you know, you go down, eventually he starts working with the police. You know, they gain an understanding with each other. Maybe there's a Sandy Bullock that he falls in love with and everything. And, you know, and eventually they capture Dracula and chop his damn head off.
Okay, and, so obviously, you know, this movie is going to be full of action, full of drama, character intrigue, similar to that of Demolition Man. Mm-hmm. So, who's going to be the director of the movie?
Oh, there's only one choice. John Woo.
Okay, so
you get John Woo
another
back,
John Woo movie?
Bring back John Woo, have him direct Dracula 3000. So we'll have all kinds of cool, like, you know, twin crossbow scenes and doves and stuff like that. So
okay, so you want full John Woo?
I want full John Woo. A lot of people are like, yeah, you can make it groovy John Woo as long as you don't make it John Woo.
Yeah, and you can't have the doves or the twin guns.
I want all the John Woo things. I want twin guns. I want doves. I want holding babies. All kinds of stuff.
He's holding a baby. He's shooting at Dracula with his crossbow.
Yeah, the baby's a vampire too, so.
So he's also got to like make sure the baby doesn't bite him.
Yeah, he's trying to get the baby not to bite him, and he's shooting vampires with crossbows. Yeah, you have like a big cool, you know, maybe the ending scene is a big cool, you know, shootout with vampires in a hospital, like hard boiled.
Yeah, with his axes and crossbows.
Axes and crossbows, nothing else.
Yeah, cool.
Alrighty, guys, that was a Movie Morons movie pitch. And let us know what you think in the comments below. And also let us know what you'd like to hear us pitch next. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And that's the end of this video.
Yep, have a good day, guys.